we're doing the countdown and we can still talk to each other.
I know.
It's a little weird. There you go.
Good evening. So you almost started. You thought this was your show. You were about to say something.
I almost did. I was like, nope.
You cannot have this. You have to take over everything.
I'm sorry. This is your show.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's episode of Break Even Sports. I am your host, virtual producer, and I am here with Ed. I do not know where Patrick is, and Donnie slipped and had to call Life Alert. I don't know, something. So I'm here with just Ed. Ed, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing good, man. I'm just Life Alert. Yep, that's a Donnie thing right there. So help, I'm falling, I can't get up. That's Donnie right there. So
that's 100% right there.
I'm doing good, man. We're doing the countdown now to Corporate Media Meetup here on the 28th, the weekend of the 28th. So we're almost there, man.
You're 2 weeks away.
You are driving, correct?
Like always, I'm driving.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm not. I'm not driving. I'm flying to is it Moline?
Moline, yes.
Moline, and then from there I'm taking well, okay, just jump in the conversation like it was nothing. Like I've been here along the whole time.
It's his
show.
I
was in the other studio. I was waiting and didn't see anybody in there. So I was in the Break Even Sports studio.
This is the Break Even
Sports studio.
I'm a warehouse. There's another one that I was in, and I was sitting there, and it said it's showtime.
No, this is showtime.
No, that was in another one, and it was called Break Even Sports. Yeah.
I'm gonna go investigate.
I'm not
this
crazy.
To make sure.
I'm not crazy.
Anyways, we're almost there, guys. 2 weeks away from the Corporate Media Meetup. So I'm very excited for this. Just want to put that out there. And then look at Virgil. Virgil's doing the full investigation. Look at his face.
Checking. Oh, there may be two. I'm checking here.
Mm-hmm.
Checking.
Nope, same one.
Same one. Oh, see, look, because you look at the bottom. At the bottom, right there. See,
I know what I saw. I'm sticking to it.
You should have sent the Lexington PT to wellness check to measure. Yeah, but you probably should.
Okay, so there's a second one down here for upcoming. I'm going to try this one down here and see what happens.
That's the one I went into.
All right. So give me 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Entering the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why there's another one because it should have been just this one, and I set it up.
No, there is a separate one. So see, I did not see the one you set up. So remember, I set up this one.
So I set it up today, so it probably didn't set up. Huh? Interesting.
See, that's where I didn't see the one you set up today.
Oh man, validation is so sweet.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, okay, calm the hell down there, sunshine.
Listen, it happens once in my life, okay? Once in my life.
We're gonna go with it. Sounds good.
Oh man. So that being said, apologies to everyone that I'm late, but it was probably better without me here. So
we were literally just talking about the CBM meetup coming up.
Literally, that's the only thing that we're talking about right now.
Man, let's go.
Because Ed was talking about me driving, and he said he was flying into Moline.
Mm-hmm. Right? And then you just jump in like it was like, is there a break-even League 2 alternative?
Well, universe? I didn't want to say anything about that, Mr. 2762, but I was talking about Kaiserslautern in depth in the other studio.
Speaking of that, I almost texted you yesterday because they were showing Bundesliga, but it was Bundesliga 3, I think it was.
Yes, just a slap in the face that ESPN3 will show select Bundesliga 3 games, but I cannot get Bundesliga 2.
I was like, ooh, Virgil's going to be pissed.
No, I'm not upset about it. It's just what it is.
Is Emmanuel Latte Loth going to be playing Kaiserslautern this season, or is Union Berlin in the Bundesliga?
Union Berlin's in the Bundesliga.
Okay.
But they
my dream is a DFB Pokal between Emmanuel Latte Loth and Union Berlin against one Kaiserslautern.
Well, right now, Kaiserslautern's got to learn how to score goals because they have been in 2 straight 0-0 draws.
Well, I mean, they're basically guaranteed to win Bundesliga, Zwei Bundesliga this year. I mean, they're basically guaranteed.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling too good about this team this year. So, I said I felt good about the Wolfsburg draw, but then the Karlsruhe home draw was kind of like, okay, something's not clicking here.
Has the Zwei Bundesliga regular season started?
Yes.
Okay. So they start out with 2 draws.
Yeah, 2 draws.
Well, at least it's not losses.
It's not losses, no, but you're more likely to, if you have a problem with scoring goals and not conceding goals, one of those tends to break before the other.
In case you didn't know, I support Atlanta United and I support Chelsea. So we have, what do those 2 teams have in common? Those are qualities. Well, they're still better than Tottenham, but who isn't? But you know, 17th.
Do we need to refer to the last 2 tables, Ed?
Y'all are just, you guys are just jealous.
What am I jealous of?
You don't even have a team.
Exactly. So I'm asking that question. What am I jealous of?
You don't even have a team. You can't talk.
Man,
Yes, I can.
You know what? I would say that I'd rather not have a lot of trophies than support Tottenham. But the great thing about Tottenham is you can do both.
Touche.
Remember, Ed, you come to me for your Premier League scores and Premier League adjacent league scores,
which is bullshit. I just watched today. Wrexham tied, which is annoying.
Well,
did you see how they tied?
It was a bullshit.
What a strike!
An absolute belter of a goal. Last kick of the game.
Oh,
Cardiff steals a point out of that.
Did Vincent Tan run down onto the pitch?
Probably.
That should have been 3 points for Wrexham, and I was like, oh. I was watching it. Of course, I had to go pick up my daughter, so I didn't see it. I saw it later, but I'm like, oh.
Was that at the Millennium Stadium or the Cardiff City Stadium? I mean,
Cardiff.
Is it Prosperity?
It's Prosperity, I think. Yeah.
It was Cardiff.
Did Vincent Tan sell Cardiff City, or does he still own them?
I was under the impression
I think he probably sold
it, but I don't remember.
I was going to say they've not been in the news, so I can only presume Vincent Tan is not there.
Let me see if he actually sold it or not.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know what made me think of this, but speaking of Vincent Tan, do you by any chance remember Thaksin Shinawatra?
Bless you, and I'm still the owner.
He is still the owner.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I remember when he changed the club's crest from blue to red.
Oh gosh, that was terrible.
That was, talk about, we've talked about that Leeds crest that insulted everybody. That's a story that we've never brought up on this show, is how Cardiff City went from predominantly blue to having a red crest, which, finally the supporters put up enough of a protest that he switched back to blue.
Yeah.
Which was the right thing to do, because they're the Bluebirds, and then they got a crest that was red. It's like, make it make sense.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah, but do you remember Thaksin Shinawatra?
No.
Who owned City before City Football Group? Mm-hmm. He was the what do you call it? The controversy-ridden former prime minister of Thailand. The powerful Shinawatra family. I believe his daughter was also the prime minister of Thailand, and they definitely had controversy, and they were I believe it was Man City that he owned before he was basically forced to sell.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it was kind of like that hope that City had, and then it's like, yeah, you can't have that. I'm gonna fact check myself though.
Did all their games end in a tie?
I like that one.
See, Ed's silent because he knows that's a good one, but
I don't even know.
he ain't paying attention. I get it.
I'm checking myself though on this.
So before we go over soccer,
That's
because
it.
there's a few games I do want to go over, and of course, Kickoff Championship. I want to go back to the CBM meetup for a minute
Okay.
because we talked about that. I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere else.
Where are you going?
I am going to a place I have not been to since 2004.
Ooh, okay. Do tell.
And I am actually, and I know you guys are sitting down for this, I'm going to be at a major league game. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to a major league game. How rare is this going to happen? And that's going to be at St. Louis.
You're going to a Cards
Ooh.
game?
I will be going to a Cardinals game and a Gateway Grizzlies game since they are both in town, which is absolutely amazing for me.
Shut the front door.
So should be fun checking out there. And also that'll be my way of saying I will not be on next Wednesday.
Of course.
So looking forward to that. I don't know exactly which one will be which, because like I said, there's a day game for St. Louis on Thursday. I may do that and then probably do both Gateway games, because on the 20s, on the Wednesday, they play as the Disco Penguins.
Disco Penguins?
Yes.
That's a legit. That is
Gateway.
a legit alternate identity.
I mean, I don't hate it at all.
I think we talked about it. I'm sure we have.
Yeah,
Probably.
we have.
We see. You know how many identities we have reviewed over the past, like, hell, since January? How many we've
Yeah.
done?
Probably around 65 to 68 of them.
But who's keeping track, right?
I don't know. Maybe something's being prepared involving 65 to 68 of the new identities that were this year.
Ooh, I like this
Ooh.
already. You know I'm in.
But just a hunch. And plus, I'm probably checking to see if we actually did do 65 to 68. Because if we didn't, then I'm going to have some problems. I feel like Lehigh Valley alone makes up 20.
Well, they've been a little quieter.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they've been quiet the last couple of months.
I mean, because now I've seen somewhere on the MILB store that I don't know what it is, but they kept talking about another secret release that Lehigh Valley would be doing. But I don't know if that's like one of those exclusives for existing alternate identities or if it's like a new one.
Well,
you know, Mike, he's always keeping it under wraps, and so. But this year they've done the Pitties, the Rubber Duckies.
Sorry, the what?
The what?
What was the first one?
The Pitties, like the pit bulls.
Got it.
Yep.
Yep. That's what I thought you said. That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, that was a good conversation. The Rubber Duckies,
which I'm still pissed off about.
And then what was the other one?
Squonk.
Wow.
Gesundheit?
Yeah. I love how
you gotta say it like that. That's how you say it.
Yeah, I like how he said squonk.
That's how you say it.
Yeah. Well, which show was it? I think it was Paul's. It was Baseball by Design. When he had on Brandiose, the Brandiose guys again.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, when he had Jason on from Brandiose. It was probably about a month ago. He did say that, speaking of Squonk, that that a lot of stuff coming up, I think, is going to be, you're going to be seeing a lot more cryptids in alternate identities. It's almost like the identity du jour, kind of like food was, and everyone's been doing food and beverage. Apparently cryptids, like we've seen a lot this season, there's going to be more of that to come, which is going to be interesting.
There it is. Virgil, get the donut burger at the Gateway Grizzlies.
Man. You know what? I was thinking of Zach Beeson today. Thinking how awesome that man is. What's up, Zach?
Zach probably will get that, but I also know what I'm going to be having at the Cardinals game, and I'm going to have some sweetness overload if that's the case.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
So I agree. Target Field has some great food. I probably don't know at the extent that you do, but I remember just even looking around, I thought that I was really impressed with the offerings they had.
Yeah, check that out. So I'm looking up cryptids and see what could be used, and I see the Alabama white fangs, and I'm like, okay, we're good.
Well, I mean, I forget how many Jason said there are around the country, but there's a lot more than I'm sure that I know. I don't really know a lot of the cryptid stories or the stories of cryptids, but it was interesting to hear that. I learned a lot from that little conversation Jason had with Paul.
I feel like that is the next logical thing, because each state's going to have one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about how into like Bigfoot and Yeti and all those things that people are into.
This is insulting, Phil. This is insulting.
Oh, that was an outstanding burger. How was yours, Ed?
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
I know, right?
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of guy I am.
You know, I've had one of those before, but I was actually in Columbus, Ohio, when I had mine.
I've had one here in Fuquay, as a matter of fact.
Fuquay Varina?
In Fuquay Varina. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Where burgers are marked up 75% because it's in Fuquay Varina.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a weird slogan.
Yeah. Listen, it's on a trial.
Here we go.
They're just trying to get public sentiment.
Here it is. Here it comes, Virgil.
What?
Go ahead, Patrick. Finish.
Nope, I'm good.
No, please.
I'm great.
Please finish.
Virgil, before I rudely interrupted you, what were you going to say?
I don't know. I'm curious where this is going now.
I'd like to know too. I don't know what Ed was talking about.
No, I have no clue.
Nope.
No, it's not Juicy Lucy outside of Twin Cities, just a pretender. You know what? I disagree. Because I had a Juicy Lucy here, and it was really good.
I've made them before.
It's actually not that hard to make. You know where I want to go? Where the original hamburger was made.
Hamburg, Germany?
Besides that, but here in the U.S., out in Connecticut, where they still make it the original way.
The what?
You should check it out. Check it out. The hamburger in Connecticut. Just look up hamburger Connecticut, like original hamburger, whatever.
New Haven, Connecticut.
Yep, New Haven.
New Haven is a big foodie place, isn't it? Like the New Haven pizza and like.
Bro,
I had somebody trying to sell me on New Haven pizza, so I'm like,
okay. I've had a couple people try to sell me on it, and listen, I'm willing to try it because I love pizza.
Yeah, absolutely willing to try it for sure.
Yeah.
Will we call it the best? Absolutely, we don't know.
Okay, so now to tie it back into this show, Ed.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the arena football team that played in New Haven?
The Steamers? I don't.
No, they were Cleveland.
Cleveland Steamers. That you're right. I don't.
They were AF2. They sadly never played against Tennessee Valley. At least I have no record of it. New Haven Ninjas.
Oh my God, that was such a good name.
Yeah, thanks for asking me if I knew, Virgil. Appreciate that.
You didn't.
I didn't, but thanks for asking anyway.
That was such a good name.
Yeah.
Dude, one of these days we gotta
stupid.
One of these days we gotta do a full breakdown of arena football.
Yeah.
I mean,
Virgil thinks I'm stupid, so that's okay.
No, it's just when I go, I know when there's stuff I need to go to for you, and then there's stuff I need to go to for Ed.
Sure.
That's what a producer does.
Perfectly fine.
Like if I ask Ed to talk about Olympiacos strikers in the Champions League in 2007, do you think he's going to know that?
Not a chance in hell.
He's going to say Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink.
So see, yeah, we can't do that. Or talk about Panathinaikos greats. These are things he's not going to know.
Man, would Rafa Benitez be on that list?
I feel like he should be.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask me about the Arena League, we can talk. Which, by the way, the Arena League lost a team this year.
I couldn't even tell you which cities had Arena Football League teams, much less the names of them.
Who lost
That's
the
the
team?
truth. That's the truth.
The
Unless it's
Arena
Golden
League.
Force.
You know that league that Brian Foos like designed all of those logos and stuff, like the Woo, the
Yeah.
Siege, the Lunkers, and all that. So they
Yeah.
lost the Arkansas Diamonds.
Ooh.
So they were known as the Arkansas, the Wiseman, I think it was at first, and then they changed it to the Arkansas Diamonds. So now the Arkansas Diamonds are leaving the Arena League for good.
Yeah, but do you know where they're going?
Yeah, the Indoor Football League.
With 4 other teams.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious. I do not see about the 4 other teams. Oh, never mind. Texas, Athens, Georgia, and Savannah, Georgia.
Athens. I
What,
want to
with
know.
Arena Football League teams?
For IFL teams.
The IFL. IFL, I feel like IFL is the most legit league out of all of them. That's like the most, like you
Stable,
put them
for
at the
sure.
top. Yeah, right. The stability. You're right. That's the key right there. Stability for arena football is them. I mean, they have a lot of teams now.
I didn't know that Athens and Savannah had Arena Football League teams.
Yeah.
Well, they're about to. According, that's what the expansion.
That's expansion. That's expansion.
That's expansion. Like that's expansion teams. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a lot of teams already. Like the like one of the ones you already know, the Rattlers, the Arizona Rattlers, the Jacksonville Sharks, the Iowa Barnstormers. You have one of my favorite logos right now, the New Mexico Chupacabras.
Mm-hmm.
They have the no good, down and dirty Quad City Steamwheelers.
Yes, right. That's right. The Oilers, the Steam, yep. The Orlando Pirates.
Maybe one day I see that Mr. 2762 is back. Maybe one day he'll go to a rock. He'll be steam with me at a Rock Lobsters game. Who knows?
There
Man
it
can
is.
dream, right? Man can dream, right?
I will let you know when we come over for a game.
The fact that they've expanded in the Georgia, I mean, I know they went to Georgia to help out with the travel with the Jacksonville teams and all the Florida teams. One step closer, being back in Huntsville.
Just there.
Just there. Make it happen.
So they should definitely, what they should have done is they should definitely should have brought the Orlando Predators back. That's the one they should have brought back. I don't like the Orlando Pirates. I prefer the Orlando Predators. That's a much better name.
I prefer that. I'm not happy that the Tulsa's Oilers, it should be the Tulsa Talons, which was the old AF2 team.
I agree. The Tulsa Talons. That's a much better one, yeah.
So kind of upset that that's not there. But, honestly, I can't really complain about that.
I like arena football. We should definitely one of these days make it to some Arena League games because they're a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, they're kind of just hard to get to in general.
Well, a lot of them are just way out of the way for all of us. Like, I don't even have one close by.
I don't even think there's one in the state for me.
No.
That I can think of.
See, now I'm looking.
You should do an arena football mapper.
It would. That's a full-time job right there. Actually, the Carolina Cobras, but they're in Greensboro,
which is in Carolina. Yes,
I guess there's also a Carolina Predators, but they play. What the hell?
Ed's about to go down a rabbit hole.
Home of the Carolina Predators. Who do they play in? I don't even know who these guys are.
What part of Carolina are they in?
Here in my area.
Fuquay-Varina?
No, Wake Forest.
Fuquay-Varina?
So it's weird. If you click on schedule standings, there's nothing.
It's the AAL, the American Arena League.
That sounds like something that's already been gone.
That sounds something that's like it no longer exists.
Did it ever exist?
It's got 8 teams as of 2027, according to their Wikipedia page. So, and it started out as 4, so they are still a thing.
And am I wrong, or didn't you talk about this one time? What Phil's talking about?
Patrick, this is the league that the Columbus Lions play in.
That the community college in Cleveland had the Triceratops as their mascots. Now I've got their merch. That is the Cuyahoga County, the Tri-C is what we call them.
Yeah, but
Community
I think
college.
we talked about this on one
The
of the shows
Triceratops.
one
You know
time.
who designed the logo?
Wait, hold up.
Dan Simon?
Yeah.
Hold up. This is saying that Madison, Alabama has a team.
This American, are you talking about the American Arena League?
The AAL. And I pulled up divisions, pulled up roster, and it is saying that Madison, Alabama has a team. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I'm gonna.
So they got the Columbus Lions, the
Go
Wheeling
Lions.
Miners, the Jersey Bearcats, the Mississippi Wolfcat. Oh, that is nice.
Oh, those jerseys are legit.
I'm gonna have to do some research on this because this is brand new information to me. Did not know this existed.
What league are they in?
This is AAL 2 in this.
Have they started playing yet?
I don't. Well, they said they joined in 2025.
So is in the AA2 is the Carolina Predators part of that?
Yes.
Okay, so they're part of the AA2. So there's the AAL and then the AAL2.
Okay, because the Columbus Lions are part of the AAL 1, right?
The
Or whatever
one,
it is.
yeah.
Is this like a tiered league?
Brother, we're just finding about this right now.
Well, I mean, I just presume that you guys know everything about when it comes to arena football, so I'm just betting on that.
We have no clue. Looks like
This
the Seahawks green jerseys.
Yeah, this
I'll tell you
is
this:
this is a whole new territory here.
these teams are at least in AAL 1. These teams are spread out.
See, that's the problem with the
Good
arena
night.
football is that, like, if you're going to start a league, and I've come around to this, let me know what you guys think. Because, like, a lot of the new leagues that are starting, like the softball league and all that. All right, start with 4 or 5, at the most 6, right? But you got to start very regional, and
Mhm.
then as the popularity grows, then you can move. Like the PLL, they're the way that they do it is really smart, right? It's a travel league. And so I really like that. I thought I would have hated it. And I'm like, no, I actually kind of like it. But with arena, it's a little harder just because you can't, you know what I mean? I'll say this, in the arena league, I was watching one game, dude, and it was so bad that they were playing in a community center, and like it was like half of it were just boards, and then people were just holding it, like their actual fans were just holding it as they were playing. I was like, oh my god, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look around more at this.
So now we know.
I'm just completely shocked that there's a team in Madison, Alabama, and it's got a kick-ass name,
Oh,
and it's in a place I've never heard of, and I've never heard of this.
I'm a little disappointed you haven't been to a game yet.
I'm disappointed.
As if
So-
I've been, as if I've
So
been there.
the Carolina Predators, their logo is like a lynx.
Yes. So according to this, Apex has 2 arena football teams. They've got the Aviators, and then they've got the Predators. But it looks like the Predators may not be no more
It doesn't
Yes.
look like it.
Aviators now.
You know what's funny? Aviator, it's a bar here. It's a brewery.
That's funny.
So I'm wondering if it's owned by the same. What's it called? The Carolina Aviators?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm usually not this quiet. I'm just
taken aback by all of this.
like I discovered like a week and a half ago that there was a club rugby team here, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
But arena football is just. I'm shocked I missed this. In fact, I'm so ashamed. I probably should leave the city at this point. I feel like I have to move.
So the Carolina Aviators, by the way, their logo is not good.
A lot of aviator type logos I don't think are good.
Although I gotta hand it to them, their helmet is actually kind of legit. I'll say that. Let me take a look. Who the home field? The mission of the Carolina Aviators is to dominate the arena with unmatched speed, skill, and precision while delivering an electrifying football experience for fans. We are committed to building a championship caliber organization that values discipline, teamwork, and relentless effort. Where are you, though?
They're in Apex.
That's like 15 minutes for me.
Man.
And then you try to look, click on the Aviators on their Instagram, and you can't click on anything.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff.
Not a good sign.
That's never a good sign.
No.
So of course that means they were already gone before we even got to see them.
The last post that we have here was 36 weeks ago.
Mm.
I don't think this league exists anymore, guys.
I'm starting to think not.
This is what is the league again? We've been going through so many leagues.
The AAL exists because I know.
No, I'm sorry. Workout postponed. There was a workout that was supposed to be happening in Lake Wheeler on the 15th, which was a couple of days ago, but that was postponed. And then there's an off-season workout that was 6 days ago that I was announcing that. And you can definitely tell they're using either ChatGPT or Claude in order to make these announcements.
It definitely seems like it. Well, I had a whole slew of things prepared for Soccer Talk, but I feel like I've just got derailed.
I am so sorry.
No, you don't apologize for that. Like I have been texting some of my friends about, did you know about this team? And none of them knew.
Really?
So that's how under the radar that's been.
There you go. So now we got to find out. I'm gonna take it upon myself to figure out like when all of these leagues restart and everything again, and then we're gonna go over everything, like just to. You know what I mean? I'm going to take the rest of the couple of months just to figure this out. I'm excited for this. I'm excited now.
And see, I kind of, Donnie not being here is kind of helping with that because, now we're able to kind of look at our own things instead of just talking about the Yankees or Clemson all the time.
Oh, God, especially this. Too.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with that.
Nobody does.
So does that mean we're going to have another show called The Arena Avenue with Ed and Virgil?
Don't you be hating?
No, they'll just take over the Brockmire stuff when that's played out.
No. Slow down. That's that Hat Chronicles podcast is not going anywhere. We're going to be doing a lot of other stuff. We're not doing. Slow down, okay? That's why we have Break Even Sports Talk, okay? For all these like off the wall like sports leagues that will be here one day and tomorrow won't be, because that's Arena League right there. That is as Arena League as it gets. Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
I mean, this is the stuff like this is what the show was made for.
So, anyways, I am sorry that I derailed our show here. Your show. I apologize.
I'm not complaining because, like I said, I discovered a team I did not even know existed in my own backyard.
So
I'm telling you, that Madison logo is legit, though.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's kind of AI-ish.
Did you know that the IFL has been around for 18 years?
Yep. They're the longest established league so far.
Oh my God, their headquarters is in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I think their season just ended though, because
They did.
I looked at their schedule just to see if maybe Quad Cities was playing while we were there, but they're already done.
See, in the IFL, it's all over the place, and there's no Carolinas, no Alabama, nothing like that. There's just like this black hole, like on the Mississippi River. That there's just nothing except for the Sharks and the Pirates.
Yeah. So things like that will just take time. Hopefully, the IFL does expand to not bigger markets as in like big cities, but markets enough where I think they would appreciate
That can
it.
survive. I think we had this conversation, right? Like for the UFL, like it doesn't make sense for them to go to a big market, big city market, but it makes sense for them to go to a secondary market for them to survive.
Right. Right.
Columbus, for example. Hey, what's the Columbus name for the UFL?
Talking about the Lions?
No, not Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Ohio.
The Columbus Crew?
That's their soccer name.
The Columbus Clippers?
United Football League. That's AAA. Y'all don't know?
The Blue Jackets?
That's hockey.
The Buckeyes?
The Cannons.
That's the Columbus Cannons.
That actually would work.
That's old right there. That's defunct right there.
The Columbus War Dogs?
Another defunct.
The Columbus Klingons.
The Klingons.
No, you're thinking about the double A for the Braves.
Got it.
It's the Aviators, isn't it?
It is the Aviators.
Once we start talking about that, it's something stupid, isn't it? It's the Aviators.
It's the Columbus
Mark?
Aviators. What up, Mark? Yeah, it's funny because we were just talking about like the Carolina Aviators. So it's like it's the Columbus Aviators. Ohio and North Carolina has always had this battle about the birthplace of aviation. Because the Wright brothers were born in Ohio.
But isn't about every other city the home of aviation?
Where?
In some form or fashion. Well, like
the Wright. I mean, where the first flight was here in North Carolina. That is true.
I know that. I'm not saying they shouldn't lay claim to it. I'm just saying, everyone's got all these aviation themed identities.
Yeah.
I really don't feel like North Carolina. I don't see a lot of aviation stuff from North Carolina as much as I do from Ohio.
Because of the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying around the country, obviously Las Vegas has tried it, or is using it.
Oh man, do you remember when the UFO, the Vegas Vipers?
The what?
I hate it. The Vegas Vipers.
Oh yeah.
That was a horrible name for Vegas. Their logo was so bad. But nothing says bad logo like the Sea Dragons that they try to put out.
You are never going to drop that, aren't you?
I'm never going to drop that one. That one, because the first one was so much better than the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Tampa? Was it the Tampa Vipers?
Tampa Vipers?
Yeah, remember the UFO when Tampa had a team?
Oh, that sounds familiar. I think it was.
It was in the XFL.
It was because that's
where Vegas, they moved it to Vegas when they did the realignment. And they got rid of all the colors, which were cool as shit.
There was an Oklahoma State quarterback they had, and I am blanking on the name right now.
Go Pokes.
Oh, Tyler Cornelius played for them. That's who it was.
Wow.
Yeah. So that because he was one of the not as good Oklahoma State quarterbacks, but damn it, he was trying, kind of thing, and it just didn't really work out. But he appeared at Tampa, and that's why I remember seeing Tampa from.
Yeah, it was God. DC defended the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Vegas Vipers. They need to bring the Orlando Apollos back, man. That was such a. Did you ever see that logo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that one.
Spurrier, man. That was Spurrier. That was he coached that team. I like the way you guys have a lot of teams called Columbus, but Mr. Chris didn't discover US. 100%. Never set foot in US territory ever.
Are you telling me the Alabama education textbook would lie to me?
Yes. 100%. I lost a friend because I told him the correct story about him, and he was like, "Nope, not
You,
true."
you lost a friend because you told him that Christopher Columbus did not set foot in America.
Correct.
I did not realize a friendship could have been based on whether or not
Wow.
Christopher Columbus. Wow, I don't know what to say to that.
Well, I mean, eventually he went down the rabbit hole of,
Okay, that's all you can say.
Yeah, yeah. Ed, does that mean that you journeyed to a new world of friendship away from him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that dude just like straight up murdered people, right? He was like, no, he didn't. He discovered America. It's like, know your history.
Well, I really don't have a segue for that. So, actually, yes, I do have a segue. Speaking of murder, did you guys see the FA Community Shield game by any chance?
The what?
The FA Community Shield between Arsenal and Manchester City.
Did not.
It was a complete dismantling of Manchester City by Arsenal.
Yep.
Whoopsie.
So
Enzo Maresca's off to a flying start.
Absolutely. So I did catch some of this game. It was pretty much, it's funny. They tied on shots. Manchester City had a lot more possession, had a lot more passes, even had a lot more shots on target. Well, not a lot more, but more shots on target. But when it came down to the final moments in the box, Arsenal had an answer. Arsenal pretty much stopped everything. Actually, not pretty much did stop everything that came their way. Definitely flustered Man City. And so usually I don't take much onus into Community Shield games as in a way to look at for Premier League. Arsenal's already looking like pretty good chance of repeating if they're already putting out a performance like this.
I'm not going to go that far yet. I mean, I'm not going to jump to that conclusion. I think they're favorites. I definitely think they're favorites, but and they have the requisite depth. But you know how the Premier League season goes. I mean, you have to see, what happens with the fitness of players. What happens with, but it was a very Arsenal-like performance in terms of that's how they won the title last year. Good defense, playing on the counter. They don't need all the possession. I'm going to be interested to see how they do on set pieces this season. Yeah. Oh, Mark, what do you think about Ryan Kavuma McQueen? I got to ask you as a Portsmouth supporter.
What kind of language are you talking?
He's a Chelsea. He's a Chelsea Academy guy that just signed with Portsmouth on loan, but looked good as far as I could tell. But you're a Portsmouth supporter, you would know better than I would. But
Portsmouth. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but Arsenal did look good, but I mean, there's teams that have looked good in the Community Shield before too, and it's still early days. We haven't even started the regular season yet. So
I know, but this show is about irrational sayings, and this is as irrational as it gets.
So let me ask you this then, guys: do you expect? Speaking of these two teams, do you expect Man City to take a massive step back now that Pep is no longer?
I don't know about a massive step back, but I think it's going to take some time for Maresca to get his ideas across.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's so much Guardiola leaving. I think the problem is Rodri leaving, because Rodri is the fulcrum that makes everything happen for Man City. So I think they're going to have a big challenge in midfield. It's going to put a new stress on the back line, because I don't care who they put in there. They're not going to easily replace Rodri. Certainly not to the level of a Rodri. So, and we've seen that that a Man City team without Rodri is vulnerable. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see them winning the title, but I don't know that I see them dropping out like a precipitous drop or anything like that. But we'll see. But I mean, Rodri is a massive loss for them. I think it really depends on, do they bring in Buati from Lille? But even so, he's only 18. He's not going to replace Rodri right away. Do they bring in Enzo? That's the other question. And they're going to have to drop over 200 million to get both of them, I would imagine, or right there or thereabouts. But neither one replaces Rodri. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, they'll strengthen midfield for what they got now, but it's still not Rodri. So it's just competition for places.
So if you were, go ahead.
What do you think about the rumors about them going after Alexis McAllister?
It depends on which Alexis McAllister you get. I mean, last year he looked a step off it. You can say, oh well, he looked good for Argentina. That's international football. That's not the Premier League. International football is a step slower to me than what the Premier League is week to week. So, I mean, if they get McAllister, is probably more of a replacement for Rodri than Enzo or Buati is, because both of Enzo's box to box, Buati to me is like an attacking midfielder. So, Alexis would make the most sense in terms of replacing Rodri. But yeah, I mean, I'll be surprised if Liverpool let Alexis McAllister go.
Who are your top 5 teams to watch this season?
Ooh. No, you're not talking about top 5 finishing in the top 5. You're just talking about teams to like.
No. Top 5 to watch, not who's going to finish in the top 5. Your top 5 to watch this season.
Virgil, I need to shut up. I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, Man City's definitely one. That's
on my list.
One team that I'm definitely curious in, because they definitely have gone through a managerial change recently. Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially after winning, they won Conference League. So Bobby Carey and a lot of that team stayed together. They didn't really lose as much as I thought they were going to.
Okay.
So that'd be there. Let's see. Out of the new teams, I'm interested in Coventry the most. As I like Hull, I like Ipswich, but Coventry is just kind of I have more interest in.
Yeah. Did you hear about Coventry's new signing?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they signed Taiwo Awoniyi from Nottingham Forest today.
Oh, that should be okay.
I think that's a sneaky good signing. If he gets playing time, Awoniyi, I think that's a really good signing for Coventry.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And they got him for this market. It's been so ridiculous. They got him pretty cheap. I think it was $12 million for a striker.
The other two, I'm trying to think.
You got Coventry, Crystal Palace. You have Man City. You got 3 for me. But I'm coming to you too, Patrick.
Well, I want to hear from you guys first, because I've been talking nonstop. And
well, you know more about this than a Premier League.
No, but the people want to hear from you guys.
If we're looking at this, is not. I don't care necessarily about their Premier League campaign. Bournemouth in Europe, I think, would be interesting to see how they have to handle basically how they were in Crystal Palace situation, or like in Forest situation, where they have to handle both European League and Premier League. Bournemouth, I think, would be kind of interesting, because they also have do they have a manager, or am I thinking of Brentford?
Say that again.
Do they have a new manager, or am I thinking of Brentford?
Who, Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because Iraola went to Liverpool.
Liverpool, that's right.
So Bournemouth got Marco Rosa because
Right, that'd be a good fit
and
there.
Brentford actually has the same manager.
Right.
So you got Bournemouth. That's your fourth team. Your fourth club. I'm sorry.
I do not know if there's really a fifth for me. Sunderland would be kind of interesting to see if they can maintain what they did last year, because I think they were probably one of, if not the biggest surprise. I think where they went, because I think they got Europe too.
I'm going to keep an eye on my own team just because of how bad they did last year, on whether or not there is any improvement from last year to this year. Because I mean, you know me, already been saying it, like they had to do a full, like complete teardown and then rebuild again, but they're not going to because they're Tottenham. You know what I mean? When they should have.
Well, I was surprised that they sold Jed Spence, but
Zach.
I didn't know Bournemouth had fans. I think that Hull City has sneakily made some really, really, really good signings for them. Under the radar, I think they've been really responsible, which, if you remember Hull City's promotions of other years, I would say that they were not. I think they've sneakily made some great signings. I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep them up, but I think they're making a go of it. But they're not mortgaging their future by doing it. But they've made some really good signings.
Dude, I don't care what anybody says. Hull City's crest is amazing.
Yeah, Hull City is a good football club. I like them.
That tiger is so ugly. It's so good.
Reminds me of an old vintage NHL logo.
It does.
Yeah, it's got a certain charm to it.
So I know it's not the same animal, but you know what it reminds me of? Throwback Boston Bruins. Except it's
yes.
I mean, obviously the Bruin is a bear, right? But I mean, this is
yeah.
But that same type of grainy look that I see with the old Bruin bear, with the Boston Bruins logo. That's what that tiger reminds me of. Or if you want to go same animal, the old, like, what do they call it? The high as a kite tiger, or like the crazy looking tiger for Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, the no eye tiger.
That one too.
Which was the one, the tiger with the batting stance? That's one of my favorites for the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. No, but there's the one, I forget. There's people come up with, like, obviously unique names for it, but it's the wide-eyed tiger. Like the one where it's just the tiger head, and he looks like high as a kite.
That one.
Well, that's one of them, but it's actually the one next to it that I was talking about.
Which one is this? Is that?
Oh, Coked Out Tiger.
Coked Out. Well, see, Coked Out Tiger to me is the more character-based one. This is, but you could say that about this one too.
But look at all this white. That's cocaine on
that
it.
Is definitely cocaine.
That is he sneezed and he got coke all over him, and
now he's like, oh.
Wait, is this Tyrone Biggins in tiger form?
This is not no. That is definitely a tiger who sneezed into his mountain of coke.
Wait,
100%.
Is that Tyrone Biggins?
No, that's a good one, but no.
That's so good. I appreciate you bringing that one.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, Cocaine Tiger will be the sequel to Cocaine Bear. Okay, so Zach,
I still got to see that movie. I heard it was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, Zach, did you ever see Cocaine Bear? Because I thought it was a quality movie.
There you go.
Well, put it this way, I don't mean like classic, but I mean for what.
No, I know what. Yeah.
They say that was filmed or inspired by like events in Georgia, like up in the area that I work in. I was like, oh.
And then there's like other movies that tried to market off of that. Like there was Cocaine Shark, there was Cocaine Cougar, there was Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space.
Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space?
Yes.
Yeah. That's exactly right, Zach. Funny mid-2000s humor. That's spot on.
Just to prove I'm not making this up, there's an IMDb page for this.
I'm not saying you did.
I know, but everyone just has to see this. So, Ed, if you're looking for something to review for DHC after you do all your baseball ones,
I'd rather not. Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space. That is like, is that D-rated?
I don't even think it has a rating. Was that the fact that it has a 4 out of 10? I think is generous.
Chuck is definitely
He's doing some work for this one.
Director, writer, and also the star of this show, this movie.
That's how you know it's good.
That's when you know it's good quality.
Absolutely.
And quality with what?
The C, just like my university.
That's right. Quality is spelled with C, baby.
Columbus State, where the C stands for quality.
So,
although Chesapeake, Cocaine Crabs, that sounds like a good identity right there.
Man,
so
you know what?
This is not a baseball coverage. I know we don't speak baseball here, but I want to point something out just really quick because I think this is very interesting. Did you guys know that a full year has gone? 365 days. You know where I'm going.
I do.
365 days. How is that even possible for this man not to go 365 days without hitting a home run?
Well, at home.
At home, still.
And Virgil, you know who that is, right?
I don't know, but is it?
It's a Toronto player.
A Toronto player. Is it Vlad Jr.?
Yup.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
365-day drought of not hitting a home run at home.
And Ed, what type of contract did he sign last year?
A lot of money.
$500.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about Vlad. Vlad still can be a good player, but when you're a $500 million player,
your first baseman, you need to hit home runs. That's part of it.
Like he still gets hits, and but this season he has really struggled. I mean, he got off to a really good start. Like we were complaining he wasn't hitting home runs, but he was lacing doubles. He was hitting close to 3. He was hitting over 300 for a little of the time there, and then he just went into a humongous slump, and he's like in his own head. And like it's amazing that we're even in the second wild card conversation.
Yeah,
and he hasn't even hit, and he hasn't hit all season. Well, let's be fair to him. No Blue Jays player except for
that's so true.
Hardly anyone has hit all season. I mean, Kaz Okamoto has hit a lot of home runs, but also on the flip side, when he doesn't, he strikes out more often than not.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there because I thought I just saw that stat and I'm like, sweet Jesus.
And I'm still holding out hope that the Guardians are going to make a dream run after they sign John Kenzie Noel, and and he gets that twin-headed monster with Joe Adell. So they go Adell and Noel, and they're going to Adell and Noel their way to the playoffs.
You see that Gabriel Arias was actually when he was released, right, by the Guardians.
You what?
Gabriel Arias.
What about Gabriel Arias?
So he was released by the Guardians. Then he was picked up by the Mets.
Oh, I did not realize that.
He was. Now the Mets also released him.
Oh gosh!
If you cannot stay in the Mets organization,
yeah. Vlad Jr. needs 3 home runs to tie Jose Ramirez. Wait, does J-Ram has a lot of home runs, doesn't he?
He does. And also, by the way, you're talking crap about J-Ram, but J-Ram was injured for quite a while.
I was going to say, like, I haven't heard about J-Ram struggling. Vlad Jr. certainly has. Donnie, it's funny that you bring up Jeff Blauser. My family who are Braves fans, not speaking for them, but I remember when we were watching like the Braves on TBS back in the day, there was one player that a lot of my family agreed we did not enjoy watching, and that was Jeff Blauser.
Jeff
Don't know
Blau.
why. I can't explain it, but I think it's because he kind of had that reputation about him about not
Yeah.
working as hard. Because Jeff Blauser should not have been a starter for that Atlanta Braves team. I still don't understand why he was. We wanted to see Rafael Belliard getting the starts, not
Wow,
not
Rafael Belial. Holy crap. Look at
yeah.
you.
Well, listen, we loved Rafael Belliard, and yeah, he was a contact hitter. He didn't have a lot of power, but the man worked his socks off, and I loved him for that. Yeah, when he finally got paid, he fell off. But yeah, you're right. He did. He did. I didn't think he was ever that great to begin with, if I'm honest. Listen, one of my favorite days is when he ended up being, I think it was a Chicago Cub. Either he left to become a Chicago Cub or whatever it was, but
Hmm.
I was like, I'll drive you there if you want.
I want to give you guys a quick update on Formula One. We haven't done one in a while, so I'll give you guys a little bit of Formula One standings. Um, the, definitely these are some surprising ones. Okay, I'm going to start at number 10, Pierre Gasly. Then we got Leon Lawson, Isaac Hadjar, Oscar Piastri. I like Piastri. Piastri drives for McLaren. Then you got Max Verstappen. All right, he does Red Bull. Lando Norris, McLaren. Charles Leclerc. Okay, Charles Leclerc for Ferrari.
Ooh,
George Russell is number 3. That's Mercedes. My boy Lewis Hamilton, number 2 right now.
he's number 2.
He's number 2.
I didn't realize he was that high.
And then number 1, Kimi Antonelli, Italian kid. So I cannot wait to watch this Netflix series. This is gonna be a doozy. And then in the constructors is Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Racing Bulls, Alpine, Haas, Audi, Williams, Aston Martin, and then Cadillac.
Ooh,
But Cadillac is purposely kind of tanking this year.
Are they taking for draft picks? What are they doing?
No, so what they're doing is they're tanking so that way they can get a lot of the data. They're just doing it for data to see where we're at, so that way next year they'll just, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
They're being strategic. They knew that kind of this year was a lost year. There was no point. Also, you got Sergio Perez, who hasn't been that good for quite a while, and then you got Valtteri Bottas, who is the number 2 driver. Those two are still, I think, they're confirmed to come back. So, where's my boy Carlos Sainz? He re-signed again with Williams.
do you remember the baseball player Olmedo signs?
I do. You're going old school today.
When he was with the Athletics, you said signs, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Olmedo signs.
His Carlos Sainz dad was also a really good rally driver. He did a lot of rally driving. Okay, Virgil, what else you got?
I'm sorry, I'm reading an update about the. Have you guys been following the sale of the Lakers recently?
Oh,
I
dude,
have.
what a hot fucking mess.
I have.
So, of course, it came out today that the Bus family has decided to sell the remaining shares.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeannie Buss is having a problem with that because of how it was handled. Because
She did not agree to it. Yeah.
Didn't agree to it. It was a very underhanded method. So that's going to lead to a whole new lawsuit there. I usually don't.
This is the whole Walter sale, right? Mark Walter.
That's the Walter sale. That's the other part of the Walter sale. Yeah.
So basically, was he selling Jeannie Buss's stake in that, or
No.
is this about the buses selling?
No,
it to
Jeannie
Mark
Buss
Walter?
sold her stake to what's his name? Kushner and
Oh, so is she contesting that? Is she contesting that sale now? Her own
She's
sale?
contesting she's contesting the Bus portion of the sale because she did not sell her part because there was a 17.8% that they owned, the family owned. The other members of the family, which she has already been in dispute with, have gone and sold basically their part like out of under her. So it's a mess right now. We'll probably talk more about it tomorrow.
Well, I was
But-
going to say, and I won't go into great detail. I just have a question. Because Walter bought a majority share in the Lakers last year that he's looking to sell, right? Or did he sell it, Mark Walter?
He sold his portion, yes.
Who did he sell it to? Did he sell it to the Kushners?
Yes.
Okay.
Or that
who
and
did-
Iger. Him and
what?
Joshua and Iger.
Him and Bob Iger.
Iger.
Okay. Then
From
who
Disney.
who did the Busses sell their share to?
To Kushner and Iger.
Okay, so they sold
Like the whole thing, the whole lot.
Okay, they sold the whole thing. Okay. So Jeannie Buss is disputing that because she didn't agree to sell to Iger and Kushner.
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
Got it. Okay. Sorry for my ignorance. I did
No,
not.
it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, you know.
Well,
I should
it's
keep up
it's
with
a
the
hot
Lakers.
mess, dude. The whole thing is like,
Yeah.
that's been bad, dude.
Yeah. Well, Walter, that actually ties in with this show because, Walter, I mean, obviously we know about the Dodgers ownership, but he also owns a minor stake in Chelsea. And he's selling his shares. He and his partner, Todd Bowley, who is also part of the Dodgers ownership, are selling their shares in Chelsea to Clear Lake Capital. So now Clear Lake Capital is going to be basically almost 100% owner of, if not 100% owner of Chelsea Football Club.
That's interesting. That someone's saying that he's selling it to cover the loans he took out to buy the Dodgers.
Yeah.
I've heard rumblings about that one, so that makes sense.
Well, how does that affect the Dodgers finances? Because he's a majority owner of the Dodgers, is he not? Or is he just? I mean, he's part of the consortium that.
I don't think he's majority owner.
Well, and I won't go into it here, but I know that I think it was Bill Simmons that talked about.
He is the majority owner.
You what?
He is the majority owner.
I thought so. But I thought it was part of like a consortium. Yeah. About how the Dodgers, and this is not to try to unload on the Dodgers, but it was something about like because of the fact that they don't have to pay money on their media rights, or like they don't have to pay like a tax on their media rights because they had something going on with their financial situation that they got like a 30-year like deferral of like some of the taxes that they pay on their media rights or something along those lines.
What the hell?
Yep, that was part of their bankruptcy deal.
Wasn't it? Yeah. It says because when they filed for bankruptcy, like so they have their own basically media network, but they're not paying on it, so they can put all that money into the payroll. And is that completely off base, Virgil, or am I misrepresenting that?
That's what they're saying. That part of the competitive advantage is that they have that ability for that.
And I wasn't suggesting that it is or it isn't. I'm just I was trying to make sure I communicated what Bill Simmons reported. Yeah, that had been out there. There was a long tweet about it.
No. That's wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, it represents a lot of money. I guess is my point.
No, I'm sure it does.
Yeah, I wish I could find. I need to find where that is, but it was.
That's buku money, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can tell Virgil's going down a rabbit hole right now.
No, I'm verifying something with the Dodgers part because I could not remember the percentages of the ownership stake, and I cannot find it right now.
So can we at least say it's majority ownership?
Majority for sure. I just don't know. Just curious if it was like 51-49 or so and so. Yeah, but it talks about some of the other names involved that had Magic Johnson involved. Donnie Wise was on one of the list on there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised by that.
Although I feel like it's a conflict of interest that he's on the show and owning the Dodgers. So we probably need to talk about that.
When are we gonna get that money? You know what I mean? Are we gonna get paid for covering this, Donnie?
You know he ain't gonna pay us.
Yeah, because it was so Ed, just for context on what I was talking about, it said after this is from a Yahoo Sports article, but
Uh-huh.
it said after the Dodgers were purchased out of bankruptcy in 2012, the bankruptcy court, which was involved in the Dodgers' then ongoing TV rights negotiations, ordered that only a portion of that money would be subject to MLB's revenue sharing system.
That's messed up.
So, according to a new report from Sportico, that will result in the LA Dodgers saving between 50 and 55 million in 2026. And so the Dodgers will receive about $320 million this year as part of its local TV deal with Sportsnet LA, with about 100 million of that being exempt to revenue sharing under their bankruptcy exception.
So here's the crazy part. And this is another story in the NBA. Did you see the latest story on the whole Clippers?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I saw that.
Involves Steve Ballmer?
Yeah, ESPN said that there was nothing that came from it. Like the whole thing was not true. And then NBA said, well, wait a minute.
Hold on.
I was like, no, none of us said that. So it goes back to the Pablo Torre article with Kawhi Leonard and the whole it's a fraud accusation. I don't remember exactly what it was. So I said NBA's not having a good. NBA's having a lot of in the limelight.
Pablo Torre. If you get Pablo Torre involved, you're screwed.
Pretty much.
That guy's a hawk.
That dude will find out in a heartbeat.
And wasn't he the one that had he basically was the one, I feel like he was like a 1-2 duo with Mina Kimes for a while.
Yeah. They still do a podcast once in a while.
Yeah.
Not
meaning second fiddle, but
no.
Yeah. But they were on one of those shows. It wasn't Around the Horn, was it? Was Mina Kimes on Around the Horn at all? But it
was.
Or was it on who's the guy in Miami that used to be on ESPN, but now he's on
Le Batard?
Weren't they on Le Batard a lot or something like that?
They still are on Le Batard a lot. They're part of that Le Batard media company.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Pablo Torre, yeah.
Yeah.
Stugotz is no longer with them. They had a falling out.
Sorry, guys. I don't know if you heard that lightning, but yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
that's what we were dealing with earlier. But so I want to shift for a minute to FCS.
Yeah.
Because there was an article that was released today. Or actually not today, about a few weeks ago. Oh, no, a few days ago. Definitely since the last time we've been on. 6 potential first-time FCS national champions for the 2026 season.
Interesting.
So name 6 teams, and I will name you the teams, and we'll get your thoughts on these, because some of these I agree with, one I do not agree with, and you could probably guess which one that is when we go over it. And there's 2 of them I don't agree with. Illinois State. So, of course, Illinois State last year was the runners-up. They do have to replace their quarterback, which I think is a tough call. But any team that can go in a playoff in Fargo and beat North Dakota State, that is a program booster.
Okay.
You can have recruits. You basically can recruit off of that for the next 5 years, if even more.
Okay, Illinois State. All right, that's number 1.
North Dakota. So North Dakota no longer has the specter of North Dakota State hanging over them, so they pretty much have the state there for now. And, of course, with recruiting, there's certain recruiting involving for FCS versus FBS. Because remember, North Dakota State was able to recruit a lot of the FCS players because of a lot of teams like, your Iowas, your Wisconsin, your Minnesota passed up on them.
Yeah.
So now
I'm a fan of North Dakota. I like North Dakota. I like that one.
Yeah, I'd say they're returning a lot of players. They're returning an offensive line. I think they're returning all their offensive linemen, and they even got their.
Even though right now they're ranked 12.
Yeah, I think as a defense is very questionable, and also remember they're in the Missouri Valley. That's going to be a hard one to go up against. First one is one I don't necessarily agree with. Rhode Island. Now, I do.
Weren't they a playoff team last year, though?
They were a playoff team last year. They were a really good team last year. But usually with Rhode Island, the problem is the conference that they've been in
Touche.
is not the strongest. Now, they have. I do have to give credit to the Coastal Athletic. I believe they have expanded a little bit. So now they actually have more teams compared to what it was before. But it's still not a league I'm 100% sold on. I don't think a champion's going to come out of this, but I think Rhode Island's going to look good. And then keep in mind, Rhode Island has a matchup against an FBS team.
I'm going to put them on the let's see how the first couple of weeks of the season go to really get an idea how they are.
Do you think, and of course I know this is early and I know there's nothing to go off of this, but I'm going to go ahead and ask this question to you, Ed. Do you think they beat Temple?
Rhode Island?
Yes.
Honestly, I think so.
Okay. So
I think so.
When we get to that game, we'll add that one to the list. Good. Next, we have
Temple's not good.
I know Temple's used to be so much like the old golden days. I think they were actually pretty good, and then they kind of
Temple out. Yeah, not anymore. Like the late '90s, early 2000s, that was like peak Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
Now this next team is a team that's made the quarterfinals the past 3 years and made the semifinals, I think 2 years ago. And it's a team we do not really talk about when it comes around with the other schools around this area. That's South Dakota. Now, they have a massive undertaking in their hands because they have to replace probably one of their best quarterbacks. Probably has played in South Dakota for years, maybe in their history. I don't know.
I'm sorry. North Dakota's ranked 10th. South Dakota's ranked 12th.
So you got your Dakotas confused. You have to work on that.
I did. I'm sorry. I like both South and North Dakota. Not the I'm a fan of the Dakotas ones, the teams, the 3 teams. This year,
I thought you were going to say I like both South Dakotas. I was going to say, well, that's good.
Both South Dakota and South Dakota State. There's 2 of them there. There, Sunshine. Again, another playoff team. So yeah,
I think it's safe to say all these teams will make the playoff for sure. But now South Dakota does have an interesting game at the first of the season because their first game at week 0, Central Connecticut State. And I know
it's a little bit of a battle.
It doesn't sound like a team who people would probably think would be much fear in them, but they tend to make playoff out of their group. So I don't think that's going to be a pushover game. It's probably not the week 0
win it, but they're not going to be a pushover.
Yeah, it's not the week 0 game I would highlight, but I think it's definitely the one that'd be the most interesting to watch. Okay, next we have Tarleton State.
I hear Tarleton State is negotiating to move up next year,
which I find weird.
Out of FCS.
But you know what? Tarleton State, with all the money that they're throwing at it, reminds me of almost every other Texas university. It's like, let's just throw money at it to see if it works.
Yeah, I don't know how they would do, honestly, because like I said, a lot of people like them. I still like Abilene Christian over them.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I have to see how Tarleton does this year because some of the games they've looked kind of not suspect. But I mean, they lost to Villanova at home. So I
honestly did not see that coming.
I didn't either. That was probably it was. I mean, it's not the biggest upset because clearly that was Illinois State beating North Dakota State, but that was definitely one that made my eyebrows raise because I did not see that one even coming. And the team that they list 6th, UC Davis.
No.
Not gonna make a case.
No, I'm not making it. I can make a case for the other 5, not for UC Davis. No, I'm in solidarity with you.
Yeah, I mean, and even looking beyond the gross disrespect that they've shown my goat, that I just don't see it. I think they benefited from a kind bracket run to even
Mhm.
get where they got. You guys know more about these teams
Also,
than I do,
the
but I thought that they benefited from that.
we were talking about this one like, during playoffs. Like I was like, man, there's some things. There's just like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Do you remember what I said to you guys after Illinois State beat North Dakota State?
No, it's been a
I'm
while.
excited for Illinois State, but this just opened the door for the cowards.
I do remember that.
I do remember, yeah.
And then UC Davis loses to Illinois State anyway, so everything was right.
Yeah, well, and I remember like I was riding Illinois State, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you were. But then, because remember, I said what was going to happen. If UC Davis was going to go to Nashville in the FCS championship game, I was going to go there and protest it.
You were.
I remember that.
Cowards in my college football game? No, absolutely. They know what they did. But see, they're not cowards anymore. This is a new season. So unless they have another game that's rained out that they're losing.
So you willing to give them a chance?
I am willing to give them a chance. Okay. Like I said, they are only cowards for this season, like the Broncos were frauds for last season.
Ed, was it just me, or did you smell a clip for socials on this?
Well, it's coming.
I'm just saying, the fraud and the coward moniker can change to a team at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
So UC Davis has been absolved of all the cowardly acts from last year.
All right, if you say so.
I do say so.
This is about to get interesting.
Now, if they're playing SMU, which they are playing SMU, by the way, and, SMU has a lead with 5 minutes left, or, UC Davis has a lead with 5 minutes left, and then storms happen and they cancel it, then we're back at the coward watch. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens.
I cannot wait for coward watch to come back.
Yeah. It's interesting you might bring up SMU. Do you feel like, not saying they're the same school, but like I feel like Tarleton State in in FBS is like what SMU is in Division I.
I would go more UTSA.
Would you say UTSA?
I can't.
They're throwing money at the problem.
I wanna hate on UTSA just because of their logo.
Yeah.
And see, I don't even hate UTSA. I like UTSA. I have nothing against the program, but if we're talking about Texas schools that just kind of appeared.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the 6 teams listed for possible.
I love the Illinois State pick.
Yeah, possible chances for winning a national championship for the first time. So
the Salukis. Wait, no, it's not.
That's Southern Illinois, isn't it?
Southern Illinois.
Isn't it the Redbirds or something like that?
Redbirds.
Yeah. I mean, they were a good team last year. So let's be honest. Like they were still a good team. North Dakota was a good team. South Dakota was a good team last year, playoff team. I mean, a lot of the teams that you mentioned were playoff teams that could win it. Listen, you still got to knock off the number 1 team.
You're right. You still got to go through Montana State. You still got to go through San Diego State. You still
got to go through Montana.
State. You still got to go through Montana. Yeah. So if those are the 3 teams, pretty much everyone's going to be watching. Do I think anybody can overtake one of those teams? Possibly.
This is why I love FCS football, because they have the absolute best playoff system out of all the colleges. You know what I mean? Like divisions. I love their FCS football. Division 2, don't get me wrong, Division 2 and Division 3 is also amazing. But man, I love that playoff system that they have. Absolutely.
I like Division 2 and Division 3 once I finally understood how the seeding worked.
Yeah. Seeding is wild, ain't it?
That takes a while to understand how that works if you're just kind of going into a blind.
Yeah.
Virgil, I know you've been doing the research. How's Mount Union going to be this year?
People are going to put them in a top 10. Clearly, they're going to be.
They're always going to.
But as for the favorite in Division 3, I don't think so.
No.
Fair enough.
Now, of course, the question is, when are they going to join the FCS? No, I'm joking. I don't even know what the reasons. I don't even know what the resources would have to be for that. Like, that'd just be insane.
Well, was it the majority of FCS? They don't have a lot of scholarships, anyways.
I mean, they still have scholarships. The
But not as
Pioneers-
much as Division One.
Yeah, I don't know what the scholarship breakout is. I haven't really dug.
We should
Dope.
probably dig into that once we start the football season.
And don't forget, we do have some new FCS teams. I think we only have one I could think of. Because West Florida will be joining from Division 2. So they're transitioning right now. They'll be joining the UAC. So
The West Florida isn't that the Spartans?
Argonauts.
Argonauts.
Absolutely fantastic name.
Who, Toronto?
No, West, you know what you're doing. Stop that.
He knows what he's doing.
And of course, some other teams that have moved, of course, North Dakota State and Sacramento State are upgrading to FBS. So Sacramento State still trying to wrap my head around that one.
No.
No, you got nothing on that one.
No. I just don't want to talk about that. I just don't understand. Because I get it that they want to move up and everything, but like you're not always going to be good. Like who was it the last team and I'm thinking about that they try to join? They went up.
Florida A&M tried.
Wyoming. Wyoming, it's okay. But then they also FCS at one point.
I know Appalachian State was.
App State was. I know App State was.
Wyoming FCS? I don't remember. If they were, it had to be before I was really watching.
I can't remember now. And I'm trying to look for it now.
I don't believe they were in the Skyline Conference, but that was not. That was before that existed. They were still NCAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they've always kind of been in the top.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a FCS Wyoming. Now there's teams like Idaho who have had to go down, but no. Here's a list of people that are leaving, people that are joining, and then also some league changes too. Because the league changes I think are a little interesting too.
Okay.
So you got Chicago.
I just sent you guys that league change thing. Didn't you see that?
What was that?
Didn't you see the league change? Like all the teams moving. Did you get to see that?
When'd you send that?
A couple of days ago.
I don't remember seeing that.
Look for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we got Chicago State as a brand new team. So they are somehow fielding a football team. I don't know exactly how they're doing that, but we'll find out all together.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're talking about North Dakota State and South Dakota State going to the FBS. We've got Sacred Heart, who used to be an independent, now joining Coastal Athletic Conference. So good for them. We have a team that was in the Northeastern Conference, the St. Francis Red Wolves, a team that beat Kent State, going down to Division III in the President's Athletics Conference.
Why are they dropping the
budget?
Mm.
Just money. That's pretty much your answer to everything. It's
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's dollar signs.
It's same reason why the Hartford Hawks went down to Division III after joining the NCAA tournament in basketball.
Yeah.
So it just happens. Southern Utah is joining the Big Sky along with Utah Tech leaving the UAC. Villanova and William & Mary are going to the Patriot League, leaving the CAA, which now that kind of boosts the Patriot League a little bit too, because those are two. Yeah, Villanova. That makes Lehigh not necessarily the favorite to win that conference anymore, because now they've got Villanova, Richmond, and William & Mary in that one. West Florida going to UAC, which we've already discussed about that. But the one that I missed somehow and did not know, and now completely excited for this because this now adds another layer of intrigue to this conference. Tennessee Tech.
Oh, that's right.
Is leaving the Ohio Valley and going to the SoCon. So they will be joining Chattanooga, East Tennessee State, Furman, Mercer, Samford, Citadel, VMI, West Carolina, and Wofford.
It actually makes sense.
That's a
Though.
good conference.
It makes sense. That's going to make it interesting because if you guys remember, Tennessee Tech ran through the Ohio Valley last year. So now this is going to be a good litmus test to see how good is that team really, to see if Ohio Valley may be a step lower. I think SoCon is probably the third or fourth best league, maybe, after the Big Sky and Missouri Valley.
Mhm.
So
Didn't Tennessee Tech go into their game against Kentucky last year undefeated?
yes. Yeah. So I'm curious how Tennessee Tech does in that. That's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be a lot more interesting games than that one for them.
Can't wait.
Well, on that note, it is time to call it a night. So thank you all for joining us. We will hopefully all be on Wednesday. I'm not sure if everyone will be on. I don't know if Donnie's still alive or not. He may have fallen again.
He probably there. Help! I'm falling. I can't get up.
That joke was sponsored by Life Alert. And yes, I already know I made that joke once, and I'll make it again. You know what's my damn show? I can do it.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Pretty much. And that means leaving. So thank you all for joining us, and we will join you guys on Wednesday. Take it easy.